It's about that time, it's about that place, it's about that time, and we're about that space. Yes, the sight of a record waving in front of the camera and the sound of my own voice in the background means that it is indeed Wednesday, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and it's time for Tent Talks Tunes, baby! Live on the Facebook and soon to be archived forever on the Malcolm Tent YouTube channel. The YouTube channel that you should subscribe to. Excuse me. Because it's a darn good channel. It's got all my episodes of Tent Talks Tunes on it. It's got about 1 million clips of me performing live in concert on it. It's got archived videos and playlists. I just started a brand new one. Pardon me for 1 second. Just started a brand new playlist entitled Professional Wrestling, the Sport of Royalty. And it's got some of my very favorite professional wrestling clips on it. And that's going to be a playlist that will soon be very, very, very long. Too long for one screen to contain, but very, very, very long. So hop on over to the Malcolm Tent YouTube channel. Because if you don't want to see archived episodes of Tent Talks Tunes, then maybe you'll want to hear some nice Christmas songs that I have on a playlist. If you don't want that, then maybe you'll want to look at some professional wrestling videos. I'm here to serve you. Now this stupid error keeps popping up on my screen. It says my current rate is too low. I don't care. I want to know if the people are out there. Can you guys see me? Can you hear me? Is this really happening? As always, the monitor capability is really shite here at the chicken farm where I do my live broadcasts. And the brand new platforms that Facebook keeps introducing, even though the old ones always worked just fine, aren't letting me do what I need to do. So you guys get to look at the side of my chin for half a second while I switch over to a separate browser, which will enable me to look at my own web stream live so I can see comments and all that stuff. And okay, I'm there. Hello, Ms. Gelman, who is once again out of Facebook jail. Ray, how do you keep getting jailed? What is it that you do that keeps getting you put into Facebook jail? I don't understand it. You're such a mild-mannered, meek, quiet, well-spoken teacher of the arts, but you're always in Facebook jail. Would you please comment just a little bit and let us know? Because we're all kind of friends here. We all sort of know each other. We see that Murray Gelman is tuned in. Who's over there? Mike Lesser, who name checks Killer Carl Cox, one of the great South Floridian bad guys from the 1970s. Mike Lesser knows what I'm talking about. Oh, yes. And the flannel is easily seen, apparently. That's good. I'm glad it's happening, gang. We're going to make do with what we got. Because what we got is a very, very good thing. So, yeah. We're going to do a little bit of checking of the, the bulletin board, the billboard, whatever we can do, and then we're going to get right into the mailbox. The mailbox is the main event this week. We are going to see that I've had a very, very good mail week. And I'm going to do a live unboxing of the stuff I got in the mail. And this is a genuine live unboxing in every sense of the word, that I have not opened a single one of these packages. You're going to see me actually reach over, excuse me, and grab a sharp object and cut every one of these packages open. And we're going to see what I got. And I don't know what's in any of these. I mean, I might have a vague idea about what's in one or two of them, but the others, I don't know. I don't know. We're gonna find out. Me and you, mailbox crew. But first, let's talk about some upcoming events. We got some fine, fine events, especially for those of you who are in the great state of North Carolina. My home away from home, baby. Let's look at the calendar, shall we? Literally, let's look at the calendar. We got the calendar right here. You can see this is my calendar. It's a paper thing. It's got all kinds of scribblings and X's on it. What's coming up in the next week or two? Oh, well, gee whiz, look at that. October 18th, which is this coming Monday, at the time that I'm speaking these words to you. October 18th in Morganton, North Carolina, y'all get to see me, Malcolm Tent, performing live at Green Eggs and Jam Record and Culture Store, which is right there on the main drag in downtown Morganton. My good pal Stacy Peak has arranged a show for me. It's going to be really cool. It's all ages. You see that extremely unhappy expression on my face? That's because I'm very unhappy with the internet right now. It cut me off after 5 minutes. So I switched servers. We're going to try again. And hopefully we'll do Tent Talks Tunes without any undue interruption. While I was off the air, I went into the neighboring room. I got my telephone. So now, in theory, I can monitor what you guys are saying on my phone without causing undue slowdowns or interference here on the internet. So let's make sure that I'm actually flowing and everything's wonderful. And I will get down to the business at hand, which is the business at hand with the contents of my mailbox. All right, guys. This really drives me crazy. I've got my camera set up the same way I have it set up every single week, and it's saying that my frame rate is too low or some jive like that. I really do not understand this. So you get to see me try to figure it out live on the Facebook before your very eyes while it's happening. And this is going to be archived forever on my YouTube channel as well. Isn't that great? I think there might be problems with my internet in general, because even on my phone it's running very, very slowly. Everything seems to be running very sluggishly. And for those of us who aren't pissed off enough about what the real world is all about, we've got the internet to deal with too. Problems that our ancestors could not have even hallucinated over. They would never, ever have dreamed that these problems could be possible. All right, so I'm looking up to see if I'm actually going out live. According to my phone, I'm not. Or according to my phone, I am. No, that's the old broadcast. And you know how it is, gang. I'm not going to put too much effort into this thing until I know for a damn fact I'm actually going out live. So you guys get to look at me staring at my phone until we get it all figured out. Okay, apparently I am live. And I do see some comments. Okay, I'm back. It's official. Gary Childs says that I'm back. My birthday buddy Jenny DeSoto is online. Mike Lesser is there. Earl is there. And Ray is there. Okay, so here we go. I'm on. I'm going to keep on going until the first Schluggener thing cuts me off. So I was telling everybody about my upcoming gig at Green Eggs and Jam in Morganton, North Carolina on October 18th of this year. I have an event for it on my Facebook page. Go check it out. If you're anywhere within 6,000 miles of Morganton, go. Because Green Eggs and Jam is a cool shop. The guy who owns it, Stacy Peak, is a cool dude. And I'm gonna rock the fudge sickles out of ya. If you've never seen me play live with my solo acoustic guitar, you don't know what you're in for. I don't do any of this singer-songwriter stuff. I don't sit there on a stool perched precariously staring at my feet hoping that someone will like me. No, 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 no. I wield my guitar like a flamethrower. And it's up to you to duck and cover or embrace it. It's pure punk rock, high energy entertainment when I put on my acoustic guitar and play. Go to my YouTube channel and look if you don't believe me. There's lots of live clips on me of me up there. Check it out. Just do it. Okay, after October 18th, we got another fine event, or maybe course event. That is October 22nd. October 22nd, baby. At Freeman's Pub in Gastonia, North Carolina. The almighty Antiseen is playing another show for free. A rare example of us playing for free, and one of a very limited number of times you can get to see Antiseen in the year 2021. One of only 3 this year, maybe 4. Freeman's Pub, Gastonia, North Carolina, October 22nd, with our good friends Stop Talking. Don't miss it. Don't miss it. It's the only other piece of good advice I've got for you guys. North Carolina is going to be the center of the universe, October 18th and October 22nd. And I will just be there, coincidentally, with an instrument around my neck, making that hurricane swirl around us. All right, that's the calendar, and the bulletin board for that matter. Let's get right down to current events. Got some really cool stuff happening on the TPOS front, and you guys might have wondered, well, why, on my first ill-fated attempt at doing Tent Talks Tunes tonight, why was I waving a Tiny Tim record in front of the camera? Well, to be honest, it's got nothing to do with anything really, except for the fact that it is on my label, TPOS. It is on TPOS Records, and it was just close at hand. And this is a great record. Side A is Tiny Tim, kind of drunk on beer, singing an anti-women's liberation song, and then a song about wetting his pants. Truth, I can't make this stuff up. It's true. 2 songs, and I pressed them on the vinyl. On the other side is his protege, Isidore Fertel. Isidore was a dude who was trans before anybody even knew what the word trans was or what the concept trans was. So Isidore Fertel, who was born male, does a truly stirring version of Helen Reddy's I Am Woman. Without irony, without humor, it's sincere, and it's wonderful. So that's something from TPOS Past, which you can find, of course, on my Discogs and or my eBay. TPOS Future has got some very, very cool things coming up, and I would like to tell you about them. I went to go visit my good friend Uncle Dave Golden, who lives just down the road from me. And Dave is one of the old masters of radio technology and vintage tape technology. Dave is my go-to man. I love the guy. He used to have a record company called Sandy Hook Records, aka Radiola Records. And they released tons of these records devoted to old radio shows and transcriptions and air shots and stuff like that. And he's the guy I go to when I need to have tapes transferred and stuff like that. Here's an actual impossibly rare autograph from Dave Golden, aka Michael Rafone. That's him right there. From what he tells me, one of only 2 times he's ever signed an autograph. So I know you're not watching, Dave, but salute to you, Dave. Because even though Dave Golden has a deep-seated and deep-rooted and probably well-earned hatred of rock and roll, I mean rock and roll of any sort. He doesn't care what year it was made in. Dave is not a rock and roll man. But Dave, God bless him, he will put up with me when I go over to his studio with objects like this. This reel of tape from 1963, which if you look on the back, has got 6 songs on it. Scree Arg's Gone, Do You Mean What You Say, Cool in My Heels, Summer Love, and I'll Know. This is an actual, honest-to-God, master tape from a Chicago record label called Astra Records. It's got the pressing plant cue sheet with it and everything. And I recently acquired this master tape. And if you guys want a real treat while you're on my YouTube channel or the Antiseen YouTube channel, look up this title, Scree Arg by the Bobby Stanton Sextet. Look it up. It's one of the wildest early 60s novelty rock and roll songs you will ever want to hear. And I now own the master tape for it, which means thanks to Uncle Dave putting up with the sounds contained on that tape, it is now digitally transferred, and it will eventually, sooner than later, be a release on TPOS, along with the other titles that are on this tape, and another tape that Dave is working on right now. Because I love that old 60s garage stuff and crazy-ass 50s rockabilly and wild, insane 50s R&B. I love that stuff. And so having the chance to reissue some of these things right off the original master tape, that's cool. That's really cool. Especially when the digital transfers are done by a guy who hates what he's hearing but does it anyway. Thank you, Dave. Dave also did the tape transfers for another one that's coming out soon. This is by a group called the Pastels from Battle Creek, Michigan. They got a real hot double A side called 'Cause I Love You and Don't Ya Know. And these have never been reissued. But I got the master. So eventually on TPOS, you're going to hear these wild garage sounds. So that's been keeping me busy for the past few days. And also what's really cool is when I got those master tapes, there was included in the package an incredible bonus. And this might even qualify as the beginning of the look inside of my mailbox. An incredible bonus came with those master tapes that I was not expecting. Not only is it a copy of Edie Gourmet Vamps the Roaring Twenties, a record that you can find in pretty much any dollar bin that you come within 20 feet of. Not only was there a copy of this record in there for some reason, check it out. It's autographed. Edie Gourmet herself autographed this $1 record, which now probably makes it about a $2 record. But you know what? That's profit, baby. That's profit. And when I hear the word profit, I get very excited. I better just stop and cool my heels right now and take a drink of water, lest Edie Gourmet's autographed record get me all discombobulated. I can't do that. Danbury Tap. It might be as good as fire water. Excuse me. Let's see who's tuning in here on the phone. We got a lot of people, man. Hello, Larry. Hello, Stephen. Hello, Josh. Hello, Dan. Oh, look at all you guys. Love you. Love you all. So this is it. We're officially in mailbox territory right now. And I'm going to grab the aforementioned sharp object, and we're going to start taking a look and talking about what I've gotten in the mail these last few days. This first object right here, sent in the classic old comic book newspaper style, which is folded and flat, so that when you open it up, it's going to read like an accordion when you try to do that. And sealed tape. Here it is, the latest issue of one of my very favorite mags, the Bridge and Tunnel Crowd. The Bridge and Tunnel Crowd comes from New Haven, Connecticut. It's a wacky, sardonic magazine with a very skewed, eccentric sense of humor. And they've been publishing this thing regularly now for, I think, the better part of 2 years. And I love it because it harkens back to the day when magazines were the medium of choice for the underground. And I'm sure I've talked about it a lot on Tent Talks Tunes, about how if you were in a band, this, a print magazine was how you got the word out about your record. Or if you wanted to book a tour, you'd go through here and look through the scene reports. You'd learn about other bands. You'd learn about other records. You'd read the interviews and the articles. For all you younger kids, it's kind of like a blog, but on paper. And it's just really cool to actually be able to hold the physical object in my hand and read the words off the page and look at the stamp and the postmark and everything. This is real world stuff. This is reality. Probably better for your eyesight than staring at a computer screen. It's an awful lot of fun. If I had the time and the patience and the will, I would do a zine myself, because it's just cool. It's just cool, So thanks to the crowd at the Bridge and Tunnel Crowd for putting me on the subscription list. And if you guys want a really good, entertaining read that's going to come out at you from left field, I recommend it. I don't make any money from these recommendations. I just talk about what I like. Something else that came in the mail, and this one's already open because I already knew what it was, from my good pal Jeff Williams from the band Stop Talking. who Antiseen are sharing the stage with in Gastonia, North Carolina on October 22nd. Jeff's got a label called Scatboy Records, and he has reissued seriously one of my favorite records from this band of all time. I love Rancid Vat. And, if you guys don't know Rancid Vat, pretty much all you need to know about them is contained in the name of the band, the picture of the band, and the name of the record. Rancid Vat, Radio Rampage 96. And a photo of the exotic Adrian Street mangling one of his hapless opponents on the back should really clue you into the aesthetic of Rancid Vat in this record. This is an awful lot of fun. I mean, great originals, covers by professional wrestlers, covers of songs about professional wrestlers, songs about Philadelphia, their home base at the time, Hostel City, USA. I love Rancid Vat. I've seen them live a bunch of times. They are still active to this day. The current lineup of the band is a hoot and a holler. This, just speaking for myself, is my favorite lineup of the band, with the great Cosmic Commander of Wrestling on lead vocals, the great Whiskey Rebel Phil Irwin on guitar, the one and only Perfect on drums, and of course the immortal Marla V on the bass. And I love this record because it's one of the few Rancid Vat records I can actually play on my radio show without fear of censure by the FCC. And that's kind of a teaser. I've talked about how I sort of have the idea that I'm going to get back on the radio soon, and I'm pretty sure, gang, that in January, once the gig action and the holiday action and all the stuff is done for 2021, I do believe that in January of 2022, Mr. Tent's Wild Ride is going back on the air on WNHU West Haven. So all the music that you see me talking about here on Tent Talks Tunes, you'll get to hear live on the radio on Mr. Tent's Wild Ride, which airs on terrestrial radio 88.7 FM in New Haven, and on the internet, WNHU.org. But we'll talk about it as the time gets closer. I think it's going to happen, kids. And I can't wait to play this on the radio. You know why? Because I can. Just because I can. Drink, drink. All right, the mailbox is already looking pretty fine. Who's got to say what about what? Stephen Young says, definitely not Rancid from San Francisco. In fact, there's a song on here that addresses this issue. Track 5, side 1, Rancid Vat versus Rancid. And there's a great punchline to that, which I'm not going to give away. But it's worth the price of admission. Stephen Young, you are so right. All right, Neil has just demanded that I sell him the Edie Gourmet record for $2. Normally, Neil, I've known you for a long time. You know I don't take requests. But have your people call my people, and we'll negotiate something, I'm sure. All right, here we go. Sealed envelope. Sealed envelope number 1. Sealed. This is not fakery. This is not trickery. This is a genuine sealed envelope. This is from my pal Josh Kelly in the in the town of Cary, North Carolina. Josh, are you going to come see me in Morganton on October 18th? Are you going to come see Antiseen in Gastonia on October 22nd? Not that I'm trying to put you on the spot, but I want to know. Anyway, Josh has sent me, strangely enough, 2, not 1, but 2 packages. Which one do I open up first, man? Which one should I open up first? I'm going to leave it up to you guys. I want to see some votes. Do I open up the one that I think we can guess is a record? Pretty safe bet that's a record, a 7-inch record of some sort. Or do we want to see what's in this mysterious package? This could be anything, provided that it fits in the envelope. Let's take a look. What do the ballots say? Do we want to see the record first or the mysterious envelope? Harvey Sid Fisher is watching. Speaking of the West Coast, everybody should give a big shout out to Harvey Sid Fisher. One of my favorite artists and somebody who I've had a blast playing with. Hi, Harvey. Good man. So what should it be? The record or the mystery envelope? What should it be? They're both sealed. So you can see that. Definitely sealed. And I have not, this is not a re-shrink job. You people in the record industry know what I mean. It's not a re-shrink. This is the genuine, honest-to-God seal. Let's see. There's a lag here. I don't feel like waiting to see what the tally of the vote is. I'm going to open up the record. Just cause. We'll go for the obvious one first. So here we go. We're opening up. Got my scissors. Got the box. We are cutting it open here live on the dreaded Facebook. Right? Right? Hope I don't stab myself through the heart here doing this. It'd be very embarrassing to die on camera. Good tape job, Josh. Very secure. Well packed. All right. So we got the record here. We're opening it up. Very well packed. Just to let you guys know, when you order something from me on Discogs or eBay, this is the same way I pack them. Tight and with lots of packaging and lots of padding. So here we go. It's a record. It's a record. Oh boy, this is exciting. What's it going to be? In fact, I'm going to let you guys see it first. 2 pieces of cardboard. I don't know what this is. So we're going to, and I can't see, right? So I'm peeling off the cardboard. So whatever this is, you can see what it is and I can't. This is kind of cool. I like this. And then I'm going to peel off the front so I can see what it is. Oh, I see what this is. Does it say on the back what it is? It does not. Good thing it says on the front, because this, my friends, is fucking cool. I'd heard rumors of a brand new 7-inch single by Mad Brother Ward. Mad Brother Ward, current guitar player of Antiseen, and a man who burned a lot of bridges, and burned a lot of cane, and burned a lot of brush, and burned a lot of people in his own solo career as Mad Brother Ward. And for the first time in the better part of 30 years, there's a brand new Mad Brother Ward record, and look at that, is the test pressing, number 4 out of 10. Josh, thank you so much. Josh called me on the phone one day and he picked my brain a little bit about, putting out a record and, some business questions. Oh my God, look at that. I'm seeing this for the first time. Look at that etched vinyl. Can you guys see the etching on that? Dude, tell me that's not cool. Harry the cat wants to come in. You coming in, Harry? We're looking at records. We're opening mail. Come on in, boy. Don't be shy. Look at the etching on that. This, my friends, is a thing of beauty. So good job, Josh. I'm glad that my advice was worth a test pressing. And I can go on record right now, go on record, in public, on the internet, and on my permanent record, that this record is not for sale. It will never be for sale. If for some reason you do see it for sale anywhere, this one right here, number 4 of 10, you'll know it's because I'm dead. It's the only excuse there could be. It's because this guy right here, come here, making a rare appearance on camera. If you see that number 4 test pressing for sale anywhere, you know it's because this poor guy is an orphan. Everybody say hi to Harry. Hello. This guy's got a problem with being too cute. Just a little bit too cute. Almost as cute as me, some people say. 14 times cuter than me, some other people have said. But you know what? I don't care what those people say. I really, honestly don't. All right, looks like Harry's established himself here on my lap. So we're going to carry on checking the mail with Harry the cat, providing purring noises in the background. We got it all here on Tent Talks Tunes, man. We are cute and cuddly. Let's see what people have to say about this latest development. Hi. Aw, kitty. I love my kitty. I do. I love this guy. Has anybody out there ever met a cat who did not like being rubbed under the chin? Look at that. Is there a cat out there who does not like being rubbed under the chin? I doubt it. I think they all do. I would love it if somebody rubbed my chin. Just saying. All right. Now let's get into package number 2 from Josh Kelly. Okay, this is also a mystery. I think this might have something to do with a Facebook page that Josh Kelly runs, which is dedicated to obsolete banknotes and the people who collect them. The obsolete banknote. What is the actual name? The Obsolete Currency Collectors page. Josh, if you're watching, please feel free to post a link to your Obsolete Currency Collectors website or a Facebook page, Facebook group, whatever it is. Because if anybody who knows me and knows me well knows that I've been a coin collector my entire life. I love collecting coins. I love collecting vintage paper money. And Josh happens to curate a Facebook group that is dedicated to obsolete currency and the collectors thereof. So just saying, this sealed envelope might have something to do with that. So let's get the scissors. Let's carefully snip open the corner, because if it really is an ancient piece of paper, I don't want to mess it up. So very carefully cut the top. And this is live, everybody. So if you guys are watching this archived on my YouTube channel or later on my Facebook page, just think of how much fun this is watching it live. And not knowing what this guy is going to do next. Not knowing literally what this guy is going to do next. I have no idea what's going to happen. I have no idea. What do you think, boy? What you think it is? Okay, here it is. The contents are coming out. And Harry just lost interest. Go away, boy. Bye, Harry. All right, another excellent packing job from Josh Kelly. So let's carefully cut the tab. It's a little bit open. Carefully. And let's unfold it. I'm going to see you guys get the first peek. And I'm sure this is safe for work. All right, I peeked a little bit. All right, it's a piece of paper. You know it's a piece of paper. Okay, I see. Already this looks fantastic. And by showing you the back, I showed myself the front. Just by looking at the back. Now, to some of you guys, this might look like just a dirty, old, icky, wrinkly, holy piece of paper. But for people like myself who collect old banknotes and stuff, this is a thing of beauty. This is really, literally a thing of beauty, because this has got so much history to it and so much drama behind it. This piece of paper has been places that you and I cannot even begin to fathom. And when I look at the front and I see that Josh Kelly has sent me, as Johnny Cash would say, a wrinkled, crinkled dollar bill from the Danbury Bank, because as you all know, I am Malcolm 10 from Danbury, Connecticut. I just have to say, Josh, you are the man. Thank you so much. This is really super cool. Really super cool. And I am definitely going to put together a little care package to send to you in return, because I appreciate it immensely. It's one thing to send me the record in exchange for the advice. This is going beyond and above the call of duty. So thank you, and look at that. It's even got a fact sheet about it, which I will be reading. Ooh, look at that. It's a spurious note. See, that makes it even more fascinating, you know? I love it. Josh, thank you. And anybody out there who's a fellow numismat like myself, or a scripophiliac like myself, feast your eyes on this. If you guys ever want to have a real interesting talk about coin collecting, hit me up. And I see that Josh Kelly is chiming in. A spurious note. That is awesome. Josh, my man, I'm going to hook you up. Thank you. All right. Already it's been a wonderful mail day. I got 2 more boxes here to open up. 2 more boxes. Now this next one has got handwriting and a return address that I know very well and that maybe some of you know very well. I've used that handwriting before. That's my address, P.O. Box 3626, Newtown, Connecticut, 06470. And for those of you who are in the know, for those of you who are in the swim, for those of you who know a thing or two, know that that is the handwriting of the unimpeachable president for life, Jeffrey K. Clayton, a.k.a. the boss man of Antiseen. Being the bass player for Antiseen has got its perks. One gets a lot of shine from being the bass player of Antiseen, and I'm very happy to apply that radiant glow to myself, to my person, to my persona, to my life. So here it is, another sealed box. All right, no trickery, no fall de roll. That is 100% sealed. And I also want to give a big shout out to my good friend Michael Pilmer. Michael Pilmer has got his own YouTube channel, which while you're looking at mine, that's a hint, and looking at Antiseen's, that's another hint, I would recommend that you look at Michael Pilmer's YouTube channel. It's a lot of fun. Michael does a lot of work. He's kind of like me. He's just your average geek nebbish who through just sheer dogged perseverance has been able to work with many of his favorite bands. He does websites for not only Antiseen, but Devo, for the Dickies. I think there's at least one or two more. And he's got a YouTube channel where he does a lot of unboxing live, and it's a lot of fun. And so I got to admit, Michael, I'm totally biting a piece off of your Frankfurter, metaphorically speaking, okay? Keep it clean around here. I'm taking a page out of your book. How's that? I'm taking one level from your energy dome, and I'm unboxing live on Facebook. So thank you, Michael, for that idea, for that inspiration. And we got the package. We got the sharp object. We are opening up. Well, it'd be funny if I jabbed this thing right into my trachea, wouldn't it? Ha ha. More on-camera death references. How morbid. Not downright creepy. Fatalistic. I was talking about the difference between cynicism, skepticism, and fatalism earlier today. I am very firmly a skeptic. I am not a cynic. I am not a fatalist. I've only just turned 57. I am only just barely middle-aged. I've only just about reached the 50% mark of my life's journey. I got no time for fatalism, 'cause I still got a long way to go. Right, and here comes the box. It's open up. Ooh, that's kind of weird. You open up an LP-sized box to find that there's not an LP in there. Now, this is a mystery, because I really thought there was going to be an LP in here, but there ain't no LP in here. There's something other than an LP in here. Ah, ha, ha, ha. I'm happy to see this right off the bat. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, there are a couple of layers. Okay, first, this makes me very happy because I've talked in the past about how Antiseen is an idea factory. Each of the four members of Antiseen are we just constantly are bouncing ideas off each other. Everybody's got an idea for something, you know, musical idea, product idea, gig idea, presentation idea. It's just constant ideas. And I don't even know how this one came about. Jeff Clayton and I were just messaging back and forth, and somewhere in our conversation, I put together a logo for Antiseen that I thought would be really cool, and I sent it over to him, and he loved it, and he came across with the slogan to go, with the logo. And I pasted it up, and what do you know? That idea has turned into this object right here, which maybe you can't tell from that side, but I can tell you for a fact this is a vinyl sticker featuring the results of our brainstorm session. The latest Antiseen sticker. Antiseen Destructo Rock for real gone gassers. Jeff Clayton got the slogan, I got the logo, and now we all got the sticker. And I got a big old stack of these things. So as people write and I send things out to them, odds are fairly good that if you're clued in, you're going to get one of these, along with maybe also one of the classic design stickers, which we still have. So that's a cool gift from the big boss man of Antiseen, and it looks really good right upside down, looks good right side up, looks good sideways. It looks good, baby. And for a fellow such as myself to see this idea actually made manifest, that's pretty neat. And super bonus points to anybody out there who knows where those records come from. Please feel free to comment if you know where those records come from. One of the greatest logos of all time. Right there on an Antiseen sticker. Yay! And the other object, which is not an LP, and this is an idea, this just goes to show you how the ideas, they can go any way. Jeff wrote me and said, do you have any good ideas for a design for a turntable slip mat? And so I sent them a few, I started brainstorming, put a few things together. And in fact, as I recall, this was one of the original ideas I sent him for a turntable slip mat. I sent them a couple, I sent them a few. And what I just saw in this box, holding in my hands for the first time ever, is indeed the Antiseen slip mat, the design of which I had absolutely nothing to do with. Haha, yay, that is not my design. That was not my idea. But it is an Antiseen slip mat with one of our classic logos. You better learn to love it, baby, because it's right here, it's right now. And I know Jeff has got some, so if you want one, hit him up, go to antiseen.com, and make your turntable into a classy, classy table that turns. So you can turn the tables on your musical enemies and those who would tell you that maybe your taste doesn't measure up to the dominant paradigm. That's quite a sentence, isn't it? I just made it up. A drink, a toast to the gift of extrapolation. See, the good thing about my dominant paradigm is that it's a good paradigm. I made it myself. All right. Last piece of mail on the desk. It's a big one. Before we tackle that, let's see what everybody's got to say. Ooh, we got a lot of people tuned in here, man. James Logo guessed it. Stax Records. Stax. One of the greatest record labels of all time, with one of the greatest logos of all time. All right, here we go. Big old box. This is from La Dama Dorada y su esposa sin nombre. I know who y'all are. I know who both of you are. So this was something that was threatened when I was talking to a guy known on Facebook as Murray Gelman. He said he was going to send me a birthday box. A birthday box. Because my birthday was a little over 2 weeks ago. Sealed. Right? You can see it's completely sealed up. And we're going to open it up now live on Facebook. The only thing I know for sure is that Mr. Gelman assured me that it was SFW. So if anybody's watching this at their place of work, you have Murray Gelman's assurance, and by extension, La Dama Dorada's assurance that you will not get in trouble other than from malingering on the job and using valuable company time to watch Facebook or YouTube. You might get in trouble for that. but you won't get in trouble for whatever's inside this box. You know, another reason why I love this physical media and physical boxes, there ain't no computer font that looks like that. That's real handwriting by a real human being, and that's just damn cool. I can almost bet you money I'm going to cut this up. I'm going to make a flap out of that, and I'm going to hang it somewhere in my office. That's just cool. That is really cool. So, regardless of what's in here, thank you. Let's find out, shall we? Sharp object. Carefully opening. See, that's where it's going to slip and pierce my sternum. Trying not to let that happen. All right. That side. This side. This side. Don't need them. Box is open. Ing. All right, we see lots of packing material. That's always a good sign. This box came all the way from Arizona, baby. So, we can do this all together. Excuse me. Packing material comes out. All right, ooh, okay, now this, all right, this right off the bat, that looks like magazines. Does that not look like magazines? I think that's magazines. Magazines in holders. Oh boy, no, it's getting more dramatic here. They are taped together magazines. So, and if you're paying attention, you'll notice I have not looked at what these are at all. I saw a brief glimpse of something on the front of this, but I'm not looking. We're all discovering this together. We're all in this together. Cutting this. Okay, cutting this. Ooh, that's a tough one. Okay. And we're peeling them apart. And you guys are actually going to get a sneak preview here as I peel these apart. You people out there automatically know what the top one is, and I don't. I don't see the screen. I'm trying to peel these apart so that... Okay, I still don't know what they are. I can see that they are... Wow, UV protective bags. Nice. All right, here we are. Eyes closed. Oh, look at that. Trouser press, baby. No, not only one, not only two. Not only 3, but 4 issues of Trouser Press magazine. God damn, Murray. Murray is a regular watcher and an old friend from a long way back, as is La Dama Dorada herself. They know me very well. They know that Trouser Press is one of the formative magazines of my youth. I've talked about Trouser Press a lot. Trouser Press was a big one. Trouser Press means a lot to me personally. So to see 4 issues of Trouser Press, none of which I have, by the way, warms my deep frozen, flea-bitten, dog-eared, raggedy-ass old heart. Thank you. I'm going to get some use out of these. Promesa. And I have a feeling there's still more in the box. Oh man, my cup already runneth over. What else have we got in here? Ah, okay, see, we're talking about Bridge and Tunnel Crowd, which is it's under the pile of swag. But here's something that's sort of kind of cut a little bit from the same cloth. This really classic mag called The Match, which I don't see too often about them, but it's kind of the same deal. It's got this, let's say, anti-authoritarian bent, but with a real sense of humor, and some real good content, and a definite look and aesthetic all of its own. So The Match. This will be my first time ever actually reading one from cover to cover, so I'm very excited about that. Oh man, I got all kinds of stuff here. Okay, now this is something. Oh. These are the kinds of things you find in Nogi Town. And if you don't know what Nogi Town is, look it up. Nogi Town is another place that is very, very fond in my heart. And because of Murray Gelman and La Dama Dorada, I've become very familiar with Nogi Town. All right, I'll tell you, Nogi Town is Nogales, Mexico, a border town literally one step over from Nogales, Arizona. That's where I get all my teeth fixed whenever I need dental work done, because I can afford it there and because I do great work. So just stepping into Nogales, Mexico is literally like stepping into an entirely different world. And I love it there. Absolutely love it. And this is the kind of thing you will find for sale on the streets in Nogales. So right off the bat, I'm liking this an awful lot. And there's something in here. So let's open her up. Blindly reach in. I'm trusting these guys. I think they're very trustworthy. I'm blindly reaching in. Taking out, I can feel it, they're buttons. They're button badges. Ah, check this out. Sonic's Rendezvous Band. See, Murray Gelman knows his stuff. Sonic's Rendezvous Band, okay. I'll admit I'm stumped by this one, Lee Allen. I don't know who Lee Allen is. But now I want to find out. I've been issued a challenge. Who is Lee Allen? I got to know. And I'm going to find out. Oh, and the Rationals. Yes, the Rationals. That's the kind of band that I do seem to recall being written up in Trouser Press. Anybody can correct me if I'm wrong, but that really seems like a Trouser Press kind of thing. I will have to do my research on that one as well, which I will do. Thank you, Murray Gelman. We have a very long-standing sort of free trade thing going. You know that when I find something that's got the name Murray Gelman on it or the name La Dama Dorada on it, I'll probably bring it to you in person next time I'm in Arizona. So, Mazel Tov, yay! And I don't know if there's anything. Oh God, there's still something else in this box. Man, you guys were too kind to me. Gee whiz, all I ever do is go to Tucson and sleep on your couch and breathe your air and drink your water, and you guys treat me so kindly. Okay, it's a poster. It's a poster that's got some vintage to it. It's got some background to it. It's been around the block once or twice. What is it? I'm going to open it up so you guys see it first. Eyes closed. It's in front of the camera so I can't see it. But I can kind of see through the... Oh, man, look at that. Ralph Nader and Patti Smith. Wow. Signed by Patti Smith. Too good. Too good. I'll admit, I know who Ralph Nader is. I know he ran for an office at some point. My knowledge about politics is about as vast as the kitchen sink. But Patti Smith, I know. And I know Patti Smith, and I love Patti Smith. And that is a Patti Smith signed poster. Thank you. At bare minimum, next time I come out to Arizona, I will have it at bare minimum a fine Antiseen sticker for your guitar case. Bare minimum. Maybe I'll pick up the tab at Tanya's next time. Or I'll just treat it in the spirit it was given as a birthday present. Yay, birthdays. Woo. Fantastic. And that's it, gang. That's the extent of Malcolm Tent's mail day. Not bad. Not bad at all. I'm going to have to get a few packages out before I leave town in a few days for my solo gig at Green Eggs and Jam in Morganton, North Carolina on October 18th. There is an event page for it on the dreaded Facebook. Free show, solo acoustic, no singer-songwriter lovey-dovey mamby-pamby shite. I have never once in my life written a love song. Ever. So you know that when you go to see me play live solo acoustic, you're safe. You're not going to hear any goddamn love songs. You're going to hear nothing but jaundiced, skeptical songs about how ridiculous the human race is. Starting with number one right here. I look in the mirror in the morning and I get inspired immediately to write songs about the absurdity of the human condition. That's why I got so many. October 18th, Green Eggs and Jam, Morganton, North Carolina. October 22nd, Freeman's Pub, Gastonia, North Carolina, Antiseen and Stop Talking, another free show. In the meantime, please take note of the address. Malcolm Tent, P.O. Box 3626, Newtown, Connecticut, 06470. Because the live unboxing is a lot of fun, and I'm just going to help you guys just a little bit. I have always within arm's reach here on my mail desk things that I send out to people, besides, and I'm not going to reveal any surprises, but we've got the sticker, we've got mysterious records, we've got all kinds of like posters and gimcracks and things. So free exchange of fun stuff. I'm all about it. And I want to thank everybody out there for tuning in, as you do every week. It's my job and my joy to commiserate with everybody and enjoy the fellowship of my fellow music nerds and coin collectors and whoever else is out there, because it's a Wednesday night, and what the hell else are you going to do on a Wednesday night? I axe you. Whack. So next week, the plan is for me to be back on the air with Tent Talks Tunes. I do believe that what's going to happen is, since I'm going to be in North Carolina, next Tuesday, I will be Jeff Clayton's special guest on his live Facebook show, which is called Break On Through, and which airs on the Antiseen Facebook page. And then the next night, the plan is for him to be my guest on Tent Talks Tunes. Same time, same place, same channel. So if you've ever seen us go head-to-head before on our respective shows, you'll see that it's a definite blast and a half. You get a lot of music geek conversation going. And as always, you guys are welcome to jump in with your comments and questions and observations and knowledge and whatever it is you have to offer to the pot. We love it when you jump in and add something to the stew. In fact, we'll do one last check before I sign off to see who's got to say what. Yeah, everybody's here. Not a whole awful lot of comments, but I'm going to check these all at length when I sign out. So, as always, thank you. I do hope to be back in about 167 hours' time. Until we meet again, this is Malcolm Tent saying so long from the Nutmeg State.